Hello YouTube, this is Shylock. This is my third Let's Play video, this time featuring the Choshu clan for Fall of the Samurai. Shogun 2, of course. I'll talk more about this after the intro clip finishes. It seems that everybody plays it, and I'll not be too hipster to not show it.
After the Sengoku Jidai, peace reigned for 200 years. In Kyoto, the emperor continued as divine head of state. But real power was held by the Tokugawa shogunate. For 2 centuries, they ruled with absolute authority. Japan prospered. The people were content. In 1853, American warships changed everything. The shogun abandoned his people and signed the Treaty of Peace and Amity. The gates to Japan were open. Trade was established, but the agreements favored the Western powers. The economy faltered, and the people suffered. In 1863, the emperor overruled the shogun. An imperial decree ordered the expulsion of all Western powers. No longer would Japan be westernized. The time had come to strike back. The Western powers gave their answer.
Prepare to run out the guns. On my command, fire!
The treacherous Westerners brought death to our people. The shogun no longer commanded respect or loyalty. Imperial rule had to be restored. To strengthen our position, the emperor made peace with the British. We will study their ways and discover their secrets. Only then can we destroy the shogun and return honor to Japan. The emperor must be victorious. Choshu domain, descended from the once...
Okay, so this campaign is played on hard difficulty for both battle and campaign, and this is a Shylock Let's Play after all, and you can expect to see a lot of early and probably somewhat reckless aggression. So here in the very first turn, I'm going to attack this province that is located right next to me, with basically everything I have, and this will go somewhat well for me. I take down the city, but at somewhat heavy losses. It's okay. CA has done a pretty good job of minimizing the blitzability of the game in general for at least the later games. The earlier games are very blitzable. The later games gets very hard to do so, but it's still doable. So, and that's what I'm going to try to do. Why Choshu for this campaign? Well, Choshu in this game is analogous to Boromir in Lord of the Rings, Whenever I play like a couple of other campaigns, the first couple of turns, and what always happens is that Choshu dies in the first couple of turns. So it would seem that it has a pretty hard time starting out. Maybe not. Maybe not in the beginning for a human player, but definitely later on, because all the Shogun clans are located to the east of Japan, and well, the major ones at least. And if the Choshu can stop them from advancing, say, too far to the west, the overall the job for the Imperial clans will be very much easier. So this campaign, you can probably expect to see a lot of action, a lot of battles. Choshu is in the forefront of things. So here, this is the battle, of course. I have some light infantry. There's some MrSchylock, I think, upon the walls right there. So my guys outranged them, so I'm just gonna pick them off right here. The AI has some katanas. MrSchylock, Levy Garrison infantry, a crap ton of spear units, and generals, of course. I have pretty much the same thing, except that I also have a bit of artillery from the ships from my navy, which is gonna play a pretty big role here. It kills. I do admit that I got pretty lucky with both uses thereof, because these AI didn't exactly run out of the center radius. You can see there the AI took some pretty good damage from it, losing about around 50 men, give or take. So my light infantry is still pelting away, but the levy garrisons have arrived. In which case, my life is just about to get a bit more difficult. I think on very hard, at least what I've noticed so far, at least for battle difficulties, the stats of the AI army have been indeed buffed. In the past few games, I have been trying to avoid that. In this game, however, I'll take that up as an extra challenge, I suppose. It's not gonna make my life way too much difficult, but I should be able to manage, I think. So, also, I think there's been some requests for me to play this out on Legendary. I guess I'll list the reasons out as to why I didn't, whilst my men are firing at each other and whatnot. So, as far as video game difficulty is concerned, I prefer the difficulties where the AI has been buffed and not where the player has been nerfed. For the legendary difficulty for this game, I think that's pretty much exactly what I don't like. The player has been nerfed in many ways. For instance, on the battle, you cannot do many things that you usually could do, and on the same thing on the campaign map and whatnot. A lot of the things you usually could do has been made unavailable to you in order to amp up the difficulty. I think it's a pretty lazy way of doing it, but that's just my opinion. I'll leave it at that. And the AI, I think, is actually made a little easier in order to accommodate all the nerfs the player receives. So that's basically why I chose to do very hard instead of legendary. And okay, so my troops are beginning to climb the walls. I am not making the mistake of getting my troops, well, I'm kind of making it, but I'm not making it too seriously, where I'm sending my troops in one at a time. I'm dismounting my generals, because they, when dismounted, has pretty much the same stats as Katana Kachi, a very good melee unit at that. And see here, my general unit will absolutely rape that levy garrison unit. My spear units are okay in a melee. In the very beginning, when you don't have a lot of modernization points, the melee troops the traditional troops you recruit have 2 bonus experience points. That's pretty useful. Given the fact that the levy garrison, the levy infantry are kind of crappy, given how slow their reload and how bad their accuracy is. Usually, I just don't even bother with them. I just go with its full army is spear garrison. I mean spear levy, until I could capture a samurai dojo or a cadet school from some of the provinces I take, which will be many. So here I am trying to surround. I dumped the and inspired on the one unit of spears that were really getting whacked, and this will go well for me. It's kind of a Pyrrhic. This victory is more Pyrrhic than the ones I'm usually used to, but in Shogun 2 that's not too big of a deal because your troops will just replenish on their own. So even though if the stack runs out of gas, it'll refill itself, unlike the earlier Total War games. So I'm not gonna be too bold as to how quickly I can finish this campaign, at least as far as predictions go. But for most Shogun 2 campaigns I play, I try to divide it into a couple of phases. The first one, of course, is expansion. I'm gonna take as many settlements as I can until I get just about under the limits where realm divide will be triggered. And the second phase, of course, is consolidation. I'm going to buff up my economy, put out a couple of respectable armies and navies, and then I'm going to launch take the final settlements that will trigger Realm Crusade and win the game from there. That's usually how I play it, and depending on how strong I am once I take all the settlements, that'll determine how fast the consolidation phase is going to end. So here is victory on turn 1. On turn 1 I have expanded. The victory here was not very pretty, rather Pyrrhic, but a victory is a victory nonetheless. There's many things that CA has done to decrease the blitzability of this campaign. One thing, a very obvious thing, is that you start in the winter, reducing the movement points of your armies, and there's that thing called attrition. Yeah, attrition, where if you stay in a enemy territory, for every turn you stay in there, you lose some amount of troops. Just basically making it very difficult to attack during the first couple of turns. So if you really want to attack during the first couple of turns, you have to make it decisive. That's all I can really say. And another thing that CA has done to make blitzing the map very, very difficult is that whenever a settlement is attacked, they spawn some free garrison units. Basically, yeah. So since on the first turn, usually your field army, of course, compared to the AI field army, is more or less the same. Those garrison units will put the AI at an advantage when compared to you. So here my allies attacked. I'm going to enter the war nonetheless. It's gonna be as phony. It's just gonna be a phony war. I'm not really gonna do anything to help them. I'm just gonna do is to save my daimyo's honor. Back to the blitzing thing. In earlier Total War games, you can loot a settlement or exterminate or whatever when you capture it. At basically no opportunity cost whatsoever. Here, not the case. You're probably gonna lose a shit ton of honor to your daimyo, making all of your provinces unhappy. That's no bueno. And the final thing that I can think of right off the bat is that after you capture a settlement for a couple of turns, they're not gonna be happy. So if you want your army to move on immediately, it's probably not gonna happen. This is what I'm doing here. My army needs the time to recuperate a bit before moving on, but they will in time. And because they're there, I can tax the second settlement I took, which I cannot sue. Yeah, I can. My geisha is gonna basically act as a spy for now. I'm just gonna check out to see what the AI has right there. It looks like the AI has 5 units. That's something I could take with this army right here. I'm gonna leave 1 unit behind as a garrison and move everything else. The Ishin Shinshis, that's kind of a mouthful to pronounce, can keep your settlements a bit happier than for like 1 or 2 points. If you level them up a bit, they can of course do more, but until that time it's like 1 point, I think, for level 1. Even though it might not sound very significant, it is probably oftentimes it's enough to tip the settlement from happy to from rebelling to happy. So make sure to make use of that, like, whenever. So here, next turn I will attack Aki. The Choshu clan is well, the Mori clan from the Shogun 2 the original game. So, and I think Aki was her starting province. So it's kind of, in some ways, it's kind of a homecoming. Yeah. So my navy won't be able to help my army here. That's kind of unfortunate, but it should be all right. I'm still gonna attack nonetheless. Obviously, for obvious reasons, I cannot auto-resolve that battle. And for obvious reasons, attacking would not be the best idea in the world. So, I probably would if I had naval support, but since I don't, I'm just gonna wait for the AI to attack me, which should be during this op turn. If everything, well, if past experience is any indication. So, and I see that little green army down there. They'll probably help me, I suppose. No other reason for them to be marching around in somebody else's territory. Ugh. Sorry, I had a burger. Okay. I think this is the 3rd turn. No, 4th. During this turn, for most of the other commentary videos I've seen, the person playing was stuck at maybe 2 settlements, and that's the better ones I've seen. So I think I'm making pretty good progress. So here, I'm gonna make use of this cute little town. I'll have my firearm units block the streets, set up on the other side of the streets, whilst my melee units take cover behind the buildings, in front of them, of course. So that when the AI comes through, they could engage in melee combat, which is where they're most useful. I do wish, though, that I had some naval support, so that when the AI is just about to become engaged with my troops, I could launch it. Usually that's when the best time to use it. Say, have the AI make a choice where either they have to advance into your fire, retreat whilst under fire, or take a naval bombardment where they stand, and that's usually the best way to use it. So here comes the first AI unit, a general unit. My spears are right there, and there's my gunners are right behind them. They're going to have a very bad day. Probably ending with their death. It's already wavering against the spear unit. That unit has no chance. Supported by gunners as well. So the AI is not doing exactly what I hoped it would do, which is allow the town to somewhat split up their army and come at me piecemeal. It's doing a pretty good job of staying coherent. There's some gunnery units on the outside of the town, and that unit of spears right there is being shot, and the walls are not really doing much for them. I mean, they could probably just grow some brains and duck. There's like a little wall right there, but they're probably too proud for that. They're Japanese after all, and honor is a very important thing. So here, I'm gonna have my secondary general go out on the flanks to pin down those 2 shooter units. Even though he probably won't be able to just take them out on his own, pinning them down, not allowing them to fire into my melee infantry is probably very important at this point. I'm gonna try to rally and inspire that unit of spears that is wavering right there, but it's kind of too late. That's okay though. The melee is going on everywhere, well, with my line infantry and MrSchylock Hachi providing supporting fire. The AI is kind of being funneled into a killing zone right there, with my infantry blocking the sides and my line infantry right in front of them. So they're since I have 2 generals, I could drop 2 rallies, and that's pretty powerful. Basically giving myself a whole minute of unroutability, whilst the AI is going to slowly lose more and more morale to the point where they're gonna break. So that's gonna happen any minute now. And I noticed that on very hard, I cannot see exactly what the AI unit is doing or thinking, which is doable on normal. That's kind of the point I was making about the legendary difficulty is more about nerfing the player than buffing the AI. You can already see that on hard here. On normal, you can see exactly what the AI units are thinking or doing. On hard, you can't. I'm not saying that in and of itself is very significant, but that's just one of the things that I don't really like. So here, I'm going to try to chase down some of these guys. Usually some, no, this was not very decisive, so they're probably going to get away, a lot of them. I'm just going to try to chase down as many as I can, and once they're about to leave the map, that's when I will end the battle, of course. So if you know the best way to kill as many people as you can during this phase, please let me know. That will make the rest of the campaign tremendously easier and more efficient, of course. And as you know, I am enough for efficiency. Okay. So here I have lost about, yeah, another close victory. Nothing heroic or whatnot. My strength is usually on a macro level, strategic wise, and not on a micro level. So, but then again, it's still enough for this game, I suppose. So my research is gonna go towards the foreign trade ports. After that, whilst squeezing in a couple of military technologies here or there. Here I have I can attack the settlement. Well, and you see those green flags right there? Those are belong to a AI faction who has it out for the people in Aki, but and will take just about anybody's help in order to kill them. So here, I'm just gonna let the AI troops do the dirty work for me. Since I laid siege to the city, even if the AI wins the battle and captures the town square, the city will still be mine. So the AI has absolutely nothing to gain here, and I have absolutely everything to gain here. So I'm not gonna help them, like, at all. I'm just gonna try to get them to take as many casualties as possible, so that in the next few turns I will in turn take them down. I will remember them for their help to me later on, but just not in probably a way that they would appreciate. So I see that some of the AI units are routing. At this point, I was getting a little worried that the AI units will not just be able to steamroll the other AI units. I mean, the green guys will not be able to steamroll the red guys. And so I'm gonna pull out my generals and drop 2 rallies. And since the AI, the green AI has mostly spear units and the red AI has mostly gunnery units, the longer this melee goes, the more it will go in towards the green guy's favor. So here's my first general, and as soon as an opportune moment comes up, I will drop my rally. And that's basically this whole battle summed up. And this video is nearing the conclusion, so I'll just talk about some other things for now. Like usual, if you have any suggestions for me or just random comments, leave them please. I try to read everything. Since this is still a relatively small channel and whatnot, I will have the time to do all that. And if you think I am playing noobishly in any way, let me know. I will try to fix it. And thanks for all the kind comments and whatnot. As far as YouTubers go, I think feeding the ego thereof is usually very good for more videos and whatnot. And it makes me happier, so thanks for that. And this battle is drawing to a conclusion. The red guys have been annihilated. This will be my third settlement for this campaign during the beginning of the 4th or 5th turn. I cannot count right now. So, and as far as the delay, I think it's been a week since I last put out a video. It probably will usually happen when I end the series. I probably just want to spend like a few days doing something else and something not Total War related. But I will get back to it in a couple of days. Just have patience with me there. And this is it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time.
Your orders, sir. Steady as we go. Our voyage is done. That is a dangerous course.
My lord? Music lifts the soul.
I am here.